Support from Tehran and Pyongyang is helping Putin inflict carnage, suffering, and ruin on innocent Ukrainian men, women, and children.
Not virtually every word he uttered be applied to the United States with respect to Gaza.
Of course. But you want to just to come at this from a slightly different angle. What's happening here is that the United States is driving the Iranians, the Russians, and the Chinese closer and closer together.
Right.
That's what I was saying before with regard to Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran. This is just a different cut at it. The Chinese and the Russians have become bosom buddies in large part because of American policy. This is not in our national interest. Now we've created a situation where the Russians are helping the Iranians and the Iranians are helping the Russians. This is not in our interest. But American policy does this, right? We think we can run around the world threatening any country at any time and in any place, and it's going to have no consequences because everybody respects American power. This line of thinking is destined to get us into a lot of trouble, and it already has got us into a lot of trouble and is likely to get us into even more trouble.
President Biden at the UN this week made some rather startling claims. He claimed that as a result of his stewardship, NATO is united, NATO is stronger, and Putin has failed. Is any of this even remotely true?
No. It's, the Russians, as we've talked about so many times, are on a roll in eastern Ukraine. They're going to win the war. What exactly the victory looks like is hard to say. But the Russians are in the driver's seat. The balance of power decisively favors them. And if anything, it's shifting even more in their favor. So this idea that we're going to win the war against Russia in Ukraine is not a serious argument. I find it hard to believe that people like Joe Biden are making this argument at this point in time. It shows you how detached from reality he is.